Dunlop debate. I don't know that I've seen a good enough angle at this, and there's a lot of speculation, a lot of chatter about the Deegan and McAdoo crash. Let's see. I think what McAdoo lost time. He fell down, I believe, or something happened, or he ended up back in the pack, and then Haiden passes him, and then jumps from middle of the lane to the left side of the lane. I'd like to see that in slow motion if we can. If not, no big deal. Was that a cross jump? Was it Deegs getting sideways? Like, did he get caught up in a rut after he landed in that double? Like, his bike was a little sideways there. Just looking at that replay, that was helpful. He comes off that double. Tell me, like, I don't know, man. I don't think
Look, I think we wouldn't have this topic, right, if Haiden hasn't been in, multiple topics of things like this. When we watch right here as he jumps off, you can see the rear tire comes out a little bit, and then yes, it lands a little sideways and he looks back. I personally don't think he was cross jumping or like looking to move over that much. I think it was kind of how he landed, and he landed, oh shit, I'm jumping to the left. I personally don't think that was antics of maybe what we've seen in the past of what, Hayden playing games with people. Number one, I don't think Hayden's playing games with Cameron McAdoo. I don't think Haiden considers Cameron McAdoo anybody that he's, racing for a championship. He was going through those guys, trying to get up to the front. So I think it was kind of a bad scenario, especially looking at it from that angle. And previously, everything that has happened and, that we've talked about on the show and multiple, everybody's talked about it, fans, other shows, our show, of the things that Haiden has got him kind of self into. And then once again, this one, but I don't think this had anything to do with him being like him trying to play games in any sort of way.
Yeah. Look over, roll that again. That was, dude, you nailed it. Perfect, RV. Roll that tape for the people that are watching. RV explained it perfect, like slow motion. Deegs comes out, like he goes a little bit sideways over that double. I don't even think he knew that Cameron was there. And then that's why he looked back to be like, oh shit, I'm going over. Hopefully no one's there. That's what I think. I think that was like, yeah, if he hadn't gone sideways right here, like how his back end isn't crossed up, he knew that he was in a bad spot when he looked over. That's why he looked over. I agree. This was a complete racing incident. This was not by purpose. And in RV, you know this, a lot of times, like, you gotta be crazy to try to cross jump a dude, because you risk taking yourself out just as much as jumping into someone as well.
No, I agree. And I think, if I could dissect it even a little bit more, like actually Cameron, there was 3 riders in that turn, right? It was a Club MX rider. I don't know exactly who it was, but it was a Club MX rider. And Haiden had to cut down, and I'm thinking, Haiden or Cameron actually should have faded out and put himself on the outside to maybe get up underneath the Haiden in the next rhythm section going towards a triple. Because Haiden had the wheel on him, and no matter what, Haiden is going to move down to close the inside off because he's trying to be inside of whoever was on the Club MX bike. It just ended up getting kicked out a little bit, and he ended up jumping left more than maybe he anticipated. But like I said, I don't think that had anything to do with Haiden causing riff out there he potentially has in the past. I think it was just a racing incident and a bad Cameron was in a bad place at the wrong time.
Yeah, 100%. Great stuff. That'll close up the Dunlop debate section. I don't think there's many guys riding the scoops. I don't think. I should have done my homework.
I don't think I saw any of them out there with a scoop on. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't go down and look behind the line like Brian Fleck, you
weren't taking notes.
But I didn't see anybody with, running the scoop that I saw.
Right. Well, that's it for the Dunlop debate.
Hi, folks. Lee Diffie from NBC Sports. If you enjoyed what you just watched, well, it's time to bring the action and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. You can have it all. News, highlights, interviews, and analysis. So go for it.